So I've been through the creativity 202 once before, so I am also a hybrid, like a couple people here. But I am absolutely uh, charged um, and excited about doing it because it has been for me taking it the last time, not only uh, coming up with, and of course this is all working with Ken. I don't mean to diminish that, but I mean a lot of the creative, he's so creative in so many other places, uh and then coming up with being creative enough to explain what the sniper meant to me and creating the sniper system with him, uh saying, hey, but this is what I see, and how do I creatively show people what I see in my head. And the next challenge there is accepting the criticism that I had reached a limit to what we could expect of newer traders, or this is a different way of thinking. And kind of pulling me back a little bit and saying, hey, hang on a second. When I had gone off on this, you know, mission of, but I just want them to see what this is, this, the 2 hour battle drill and the way that I interpret it. Um, he goes, and our book partners were both like, dude, you're on a different, this, you have internalized what it is that you're trying to teach, and until you have enough experience in how to even just break that down even more, it may be unteachable. Not you guys, I am not a braggart at all, and I had to become creative with myself, not to say, but no, if they would just see this, I had to creatively convince myself that, hey, here's my peers and my teacher saying, hey, there is a limit to what you can't force people to it is impossible to get them to think the way you do. All you can do is do your best to break down what it is you're thinking and feeling in a way that they might catch the spark of the idea and use their creativity to reflect it in their trading. You know, so that's a hard thing to swallow, because if you guys could just see what I see in my head. Well, the answer sometimes, and it came back to the original creative thinker in our family, my father. He said, I know that he said this to Ken once because I heard it, and I was really young, so I didn't really understand what he was saying. He goes, sometimes, because I don't know if, and this again is not a brag, but we're both kind of smart guys. Okay. And I came home from school after they separated me from the rest of my class because of my vocabulary and my advanced mathematics ability. They said, "Oh, well, you're a special kid. We're going to put you over here in this room and let you do this stuff by yourself because you're scaring the other children." And I was distraught. I was like, "Hey, but I want to share this." And my dad says, "Sometimes, son, you're going to understand things that other people just cannot." And that has stuck with me throughout life. So now the creative part, the reason I'm really, really excited about uh, this second refinement of the original course for me is that I hope I can translate the stuff that I see in my head, uh, and get it down into a teachable form, because uh, I think it'll help a lot of people. When the greatest moment for me when we're teaching and when I'm talking the other night in the after while Eddie was there, and think I don't know, I think Pascal was there. I'm not sure, but it was going to be like 10 minutes. I was just going to go over something with Eddie for about 10 minutes. A new thing that I had come up with for a little bit longer term trading, and just I was like, Eddie, once you see this pattern, uh it's just like magic that you cannot. It's like seeing the Mona Lisa up close for the first time, and you go, you can't unsee that. This is this is a truth. Oh, okay, there it is. And now I just have to let my brain look at it long enough, and now I will accept the truth and just trade the truth, if you will.
Yeah.
But for the next week, it was, dude, I can you go back over what that is that you were talking, because it was just a train. It was just, you know, I forget the term for it, but a flowing of ideas just coming right from the cortex of the brain, just. And so I'm trying to follow the fight or flight syndrome and the natural impulses. I have to try to learn how to not constrain and not contain those natural expressions of what I'm seeing, because as a I'm a rare kind of trader, which is an empathic visual trader. Not everybody, there are very few of us. Trader X is an empathic visual trader, so he and I click very well. But that's only good for about 2 or 3% of the people out there. So I have to figure out how to relate this to all the numbers guys and how they're going to see it, um, or how they can take advantage of what it is that I see in my head. Um, there are the other thing that I love about this course is, like I started to allude to it a little bit, is all the new breakthroughs that I've been able to come up with, just because I have this creativity engine now inside of me. I just the stuff just bubbles up a lot more naturally. Um, Now I have to double down on how to creatively capture some of those thoughts, so I can, you know, follow my, never met him, but one of my heroes, Marcus Aurelius, who said, if you're not going to use this stuff, why did you bother learning it? So I take that a little bit farther. It's like, well, if you're going to bother to invent this stuff, why aren't you writing it down so other people can use it? So that's my mission. Aho.